Hello, good evening and welcome to Dish in the Work. I am Tingli Tim Hokip bringing you today's news. Today's top headlines include CBI church seat says Manipur cops drove two Kuki women to mob that assaulted them. Kuki-Zo tries to observe 1 year Meitei ethnic cleansing against Kuki-Zo under the theme Kuki-Zo Awakening Day on May 3rd. Manipur Health Department warns of side effects amid COVID-19 vaccine concerned. News in details. First, local news. The CBI church seat said that the Manipur police personally allegedly drove the two women who had sought refuge in their official gypsy from the Kuki-Zo community to a mob of around 1,000 Meitei rioters in Kangpokpi district. The church seat also added that the two women were subsequently stripped naked and then paraded before they were sexually assaulted during the ethnic violence in the state, said India Today Northeast. Giving further details of the incident, the church said that one of the women, wife of a Kargil war veteran, desperately asked the police personnel to drive them to a safe location, but were allegedly told that there was no key of the vehicle and did not provide any help. In July 2023, a video wherein two women were being paraded naked, surrounded by a mob of men, went viral. The ethnic violence in the state had transpired on May 4. Following the unrest, the CBI filed its charge sheet against 6 accused and a report against one child in conflict with the law CCL before the special judge CBI court at Guwahati on October 16, 2023. It also alleged that the two women were running away from a mob of nearly 1,000 individuals who were in possession of sophisticated weapons like AK rifles, SLR, insults, and 303 rifles. It was alleged that the women, along with other victims, ran into the forest to escape from the mob but were spotted by the rioters, following which the women managed to get inside the vehicle, along with another male victim, in which two police personnel and the drivers were sitting. However, as per the CBI, no help was provided to them. The Kuki-Inpi Manipur Kim Executive Resolution declared May 3, 2023 as Kuki-Zo Awakening Day to commemorate the profound awakening of the Kuki-Zo people from the systemic persecution and oppression by the Manipur state government. This day signifies a revolutionary transformation for the Kukis, rewriting history, redirecting priorities, and re-evaluating their strengths and weaknesses. On May 3, 2023, Meiteis and their right-wing secessionist militant organizations launched a surprise attack on the Kuki-Zo people. The Manipur state government and Meitei leadership's silence revealed a dark reality of the conspiracy and complicity with the genocide against the Kuki-Zo people. Within days, hundreds of innocent Kuki-Zo people were killed, thousands of homes burned down, and tens of thousands were displaced. The Kuki-Zo people have stood against state forces for 12 months, registering several thousand strong Meitei militants who constantly targeted their settlements. Their failure in their genocide campaign holds invaluable lessons for all Kuki-Zo ethnic groups in Manipur and elsewhere. Meitei's greed, jealousy, and treacherous atrocities have awakened the Kuki-Zo people to existential and transformational realities. They must take firm and united stance against any forms of hatred and inhuman subjections, be united and stronger than ever, defend their life and territory against external threats, bear true love and elegance for their land and people, and ensure their home lies deep in the mountains, the abode of their ancestors. Separation from Meiteis is an existential necessity, and they must build their own hospitals, schools, and universities while maintaining an independent arterial road for transport and communication. Self-reliance is the greatest form of revolution, and they must strive towards self-reliance in economy and the search for livelihood opportunities to build a strong, resilient, and prosperous community. In conclusion, May 3rd is a day of profound awakening for the Kuki-Zo people, symbolizing a revolutionary transformation for their land and society. Today at 11 a.m., in connection to the observance of one-year May Day ethnic cleansing against Kuki-Zo, the organizing committee under ITLF conducted tree plantation program at Martyrs Cemetery 2nd. The tree plantation program was led by Joint Philanthropic Organization and Students' Wings, where they first cleaned up the area, after which the tree plantation was started. NJ Hauneo Baide, Secretary Organizing Committee, led the tree plantation program, where he briefed about the program, after which Hen Lien Thang Thang, led Chairman Organizing Committee, delivered a speech in which he says that our brave martyrs who suffered horrendous torture because of the May Day atrocities are laid to rest here, and this cemetery serves as a witness of how badly we have suffered in the hands of the May Days. In respect of our martyrs, this tree plantation program is organized, and we hope this tree serves as a set to rest for those who visit our martyrs in the future, he added. Also, on 3rd May at 7:30 in the morning, under the direction of Christian Goodwill Council and Kuki Christian Leaders Fellowship, a program will be conducted here at 2nd in remembrance of our martyrs, and a floral tribute from the martyrs' family and civil society leaders will be conducted as well. Again, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. of May 3rd, an event will be organized in front of the Wall of Remembrance Tuibung, and the public are invited to attend this event. The organizations invited by the ITLF, observance of one-year May Day ethnic cleansing against Kuki-Zo Organizing Committee for today's tree plantation program, where ITLF GAD, Jo United, Jomi Council, Kuki Inpi Manipur, Steering Committee, Presidential Council, all department of ITLF, JPO Lamka, Student Body, and leaders of CSOs respectively. Most of the invited organizations showed up for the program, and the program went smoothly. Under the direction of JPO, fencing of the Martyr Cemetery was done as well. To show our unity, all the tree planters sang in unison for their tree saplings to grow big and tall. The ITLF made a public notice today, the 1st of May 2024, in regards to the observance of 3rd May, which reads, as we approach the one-year anniversary of state-sponsored ethnic cleansing against the Kuki-Zo community, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum ITLF Committee hereby announced a shutdown on May 3, Friday 2024. As part of this solemn occasion, we urge all members of the Kuki-Zo community to hoist a black flag on every household as a mark of remembrance and solidarity. Additionally, all business establishments, institutions, and markets are requested to remain closed on this day as a sign of respect and homage to our fallen heroes. The shutdown will commence from the early hours of May 3, 2024 and will continue throughout the day. We encourage everyone to participate wholeheartedly in this symbolic gesture to honor the sacrifices and struggles of our warriors. Let us come together as one community to reflect on our journey, reaffirm our oneness, and strengthen our resolve towards a brighter future for the Kuki-Zo people, reads the release. The Health Department of Manipur emphasized the life-saving benefits of vaccination while addressing concerns regarding rare side effects associated with certain vaccines, including the COVID-19 vaccine. The press release highlighted that while all medicines, including vaccines, may carry some side effects, their benefits typically outweigh this. It pointed out that one such rare side effect is thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome, TTS/TTP, which has been acknowledged by both the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. According to the release, the incidence of TTS/TTP is exceptionally rare, with only 0.61 cases reported per million doses or vaccinations. The occurrence, if any, typically manifests within 20 days of vaccination, with no reported long-term effects observed months after vaccination. Regarding diagnosis, the release emphasized the importance of a detailed clinical evaluation, including a thorough history, examination, and routine investigations such as complete blood count (CBC). It clarified that while symptoms suggestive of TTS-TTP may include thrombocytopenia and swelling in one leg, tests like D-dimer or leg ultrasound are not diagnostic for the condition and should only be pursued under the guidance of a specialist. The Health Department also urged the people of Manipur not to be swayed by hearsay or false information, emphasizing the importance of relying on accurate medical guidance and advice. Let's move on to national news. Nearly 100 schools in Delhi and the National Capital Region sent students home early after receiving a bomb threat via email this morning. Police officials conducted thorough search operations but did not find anything suspicious. The Home Ministry has called it a hoax. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena said the police have traced the origin of the bomb threat emails, which appear to be a hoax. Reports suggest a single IP address was used to send the hoax email to schools. The email address used for the mail had a Russian domain. However, it is not yet certain whether the email originated from there. We are taking all appropriate measures at the schools which have received bomb threats. I request parents not to panic, as nothing suspicious has been found, Delhi Police spokesperson Suman Nalwa told NDTV. Sanskriti School in Chanakyapuri, Mother Mary School at Mayur Vihar in East Delhi, and Delhi Public School at Dwarka were among the first schools to receive the threat early morning today. Since then, nearly 100 of other schools have also received similar mails, claiming that there are explosives on the campus. One of the schools, Mother Mary, was conducting an exam and had to stop it midway as the search operation started. The school declared an emergency and asked everyone to leave the premises immediately. In a mail to parents, DPS said, "This is to inform you that the school has received an email that threatens the safety and security of the students. As a precautionary measure, we are sending the students back home immediately." Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said that he will not allow reservations for Muslims based on religion and at the cost of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes. He also alleged that the Congress wants to insult the Constitution for their vote bank in the Lok Sabha polls. They, Congress, are the people who stop the functioning of the parliament. They question the election commission, they question the EVM, and now for their vote bank, they are insulting the Constitution. Till the time I am alive, I will not let them give the reservation meant for Dalits, SCs, STs, and OBCs to the Muslims in the name of religion, the Prime Minister said. Modi also exuded confidence that he will celebrate 75 years of the Constitution on a grand scale in his third term. In his speech, he also took a veiled attack on Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy, alleging that the money collected in the state through RR tax is being channeled to Delhi. He made these comments while referring to blockbuster Telugu film titled RRR, which received global accolades, according to PTI. While the Telugu film industry delights with blockbusters like RRR, the Telangana Congress administers its own version of RR tax burdens on the people, Modi said. Industrialists in Telangana are compelled to pay the state government a clandestine percentage as RR tax. It's alleged that a portion of these funds finds its way to Delhi as black money. He also reiterated his claim that the Congress will bring an inheritance tax if they come to power. If Congress comes to power, they will bring inheritance tax. Congress is planning to collect more than half, 55% as tax on inheritance received from parents, he claimed. Home Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday, April 30, reacted to the question by a reporter who asked him about Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal's allegations that the BJP was trying to kill Arvind Kejriwal in the jail. A journalist asked Home Minister Amit Shah about the allegations by senior Congress leader Digvijaya Singh that Amit Shah regularly praised for his death. and Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal charged that the BJP was planning to kill the Delhi CM in Tihar jail. Home Minister Amit Shah said that the Tihar or Delhi jail is under Kejriwal or AAP government, and that if his own government wants to kill him, then AAP should be worried about it. Shah also said that if Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal gives something in writing on the threat of Kejriwal's life, he will act on it and will take steps. Earlier, at the Ulgulan Naira rally, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal had alleged that the BJP government wanted to kill her husband and Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. She had alleged that Kejriwal was not getting insulin inside the Tihar jail where he is lodged since April 1. AAP also raised concerns over the lack of a diabetes specialist in the jail for Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. The BJP had hit back at AAP and said that the party was trying to rake up unnecessary issues to garner sympathy for Kejriwal. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal has been in the jail for close to a month now after he was arrested by the ED in the Delhi liquor scam case. Though the AAP and Kejriwal have maintained that they have done nothing wrong, the Supreme Court had rejected Kejriwal's bail plea, saying that the ED had enough evidence against the Delhi CM in the liquor policy case. Moving on to international news. At least 24 people died when a section of a highway in southern China's Guangdong province collapsed on Wednesday, May 1, according to the state media. According to state broadcaster CCTV, the incident caused a total of 18 vehicles to become trapped and involved 49 people, of whom 19 have been confirmed dead as of 11:45 a.m. The footage shared on social media showed a smoking pile of wrecked vehicles lying at the bottom of a deep muddy pit where the highway once ran. Fire engines, their paint a stark red, surrounded the scene. People in high-vis vests huddled near a cordon just meters from the gaping mole where the road had collapsed. Earlier footage, apparently shot before dawn, showed flames leaking skyward from the depths of the pit. "You can't go any further," a man is heard saying in one video, adding parts of the road had given away. Authorities had dispatched around 500 people to the site to help with the rescue operation, reported CCTV. People from various departments including public security, emergency response, firefighting and mining rescue were deployed to the site. Local authorities said in a notice that part of the S12 highway was closed in both directions and ordered drivers to take detours. Heavy rains and extreme weather events pose a serious threat to China's vast highway network. This infrastructure, vital to the country's densely populated industrial provinces, traverses challenging environments and endures harsh climates. Recent incidents like the fatal tornado in Guangzhou highlight the dangers. Negligent safety controls further contribute to the problem of road accidents, a common occurrence in China. In March, 14 people were killed and 37 others injured after a bus crashed inside an expressway tunnel in northern Shaanxi province. 16 people died in a vehicle pileup in central Hunan province in February last year, a month after 19 perished in an accident in eastern Jiangxi province. Israeli airstrikes on the southern Gaza city of Rafah have killed at least 22 people, including 6 women and 5 children, Palestinian health officials said. One of the children killed in the strikes overnight into Monday was just 5 days old. Israel has regularly carried out airstrikes on Rafah since the start of the war and has threatened to send in ground troops, saying Rafah is the last major Hamas stronghold in the coastal enclave. Over 1 million Palestinians have sought refuge in the city on the Egyptian border. The United States and others have urged Israel not to invade, fearing a humanitarian catastrophe. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is expected to visit Israel on his latest trip to the region, which began in Saudi Arabia on Monday. He said Israel needs to do more to allow aid to enter Gaza, but that the best way to alleviate the humanitarian crisis is for the two sides to agree to a ceasefire. The Israel-Hamas war was sparked by the unprecedented October 7 raid into southern Israel, in which militants killed around 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducted around 250 hostages. Israel says militants are still holding around 100 hostages and the remaining of more than 30 others. Israel's war in Gaza has killed more than 34,000 Palestinians, according to local health officials, around two-thirds of them children and women. The war has driven around 80% of Gaza's population of 2.3 million from their homes, caused vast destruction in several towns and cities, and pushed northern Gaza to the brink of famine. Rosenstadt TV aired footage on Sunday, 28 April, showcasing preparations for an upcoming open-air exhibition of Western equipment captured in Ukraine. The month-long exhibition, scheduled to open in Moscow today, 1st May, will feature 30 or more vehicles captured from various countries, including the United States, the UK, Germany, France, Sweden, Australia, and South Africa. Described as a celebration of Russia's success against Ukraine militants and their Western supporters, the video depicted heavy trucks transporting multi-ton vehicles and cranes lifting them into position on Victory Park on Poklonnaya Hill, Moscow's designated venue for the display. Signs at the exhibition read, "Our victory is inevitable." Among the showcase vehicles was a Leopard tank, which reportedly encountered an anti-tank mine during a battle near Berdychi in Ukraine, resulting in damage to its right track. Rosenstadt TV channel RURTR also shared footage of an Abrams tank still awaiting delivery to Moscow for the exhibition. According to the broadcaster, this tank was hit by an anti-tank missile crew from the Center Group of Forces under Berdychi. Chinese Coast Guard ships fired water cannons at two Philippine patrol vessels Tuesday near a disputed shoal in the South China Sea, damaging both in the latest flare-up in an increasingly tense territorial conflict. There were no immediate reports of injuries in the incident of Scarborough Shoal, one of two hotly disputed areas where confrontations between China and the Philippines have flared on and off since last year. A Philippine Coast Guard ship and an accompanying fisheries vessel were patrolling the water of Scarborough Shoal when 4 Chinese Coast Guard ships, backed by 6 suspected militia ships, executed dangerous blocking maneuvers, Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson Commodore J. Terila said. A Chinese Coast Guard ship used a water cannon against the fisheries vessel. The BRP Bangko and 2 other Chinese Coast Guard ships hit the Philippine Coast Guard ship, the BRP Bagakay, simultaneously from both sides, damaging parts of its deck, railing, and a canopy, Terila added. China's Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels harassed, block and ram vessels of the Philippine Coast Guard and the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, a Philippine government task force dealing with the territorial dispute, said. The Philippine fisheries vessel sustained damages, including to its electrical, navigation, and radio systems, the task force said. A number of journalists who were invited to join the patrol witnessed the hostilities, it added. China's latest illegal and irresponsible behavior highlights its egregious disregard for the Philippines' lawful exercise of its rights and entitlements in our own exclusive economic zone, the task force said. The Philippine vessels pressed out with their patrol despite the Chinese Coast Guard's actions, according to the Philippine Coast Guard. They were not deterred and would persist in carrying out their legitimate operations to support Filipino fishermen and ensure their safety, it added. China called its action Tuesday a necessary measure. The Philippines has violated China's sovereignty with its actions, said Gan Yu, spokesperson for China's Coast Guard. It will continue to carry out actions to defend its right in the Chinese waters according to law and resolutely uphold our country's maritime rights, he insisted. The Chinese Coast Guard has also reinstalled a floating barrier across the entrance to the Seoul's vast fishing lagoon. The Philippine Coast Guard removed a similar barrier in the past to allow Filipinos to fish there. China insists on the sovereignty over virtually all of the South China Sea, a key global trade route. In addition to the Philippines and China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan have also been involved in the territorial disputes. The increasing frequency of skirmishes between the Philippines and China, which have injured Filipino Navy personnel and damaged supply boats in the past, has sparked fears the territorial conflict could degenerate into an armed confrontation that could put China and the United States on a collision course. The U.S. lays no claim to the South China Sea, but has warned that it is obligated to defend the Philippines, a longtime treaty ally, if Filipino forces, ships, and aircrafts come under an armed attack, including in the contested waters. That is all for today's news, and have a pleasant evening ahead.